everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we are here in the cooler room, aka grow room right now, and we've had a couple of late freezes and frost. Normally our last frost date is March the 18th, and here it is the 21st, and it was 26 degrees last night, and there was like a heavy blanket of frost on the ground. So I've held off and held off. So I've looked at the 10-day forecast, and we're going to be back up in the 80s. Looks like we're going to be good on into the 1st of April. So I'm going to take a chance. So today I'm going to be moving everything out of here and into the greenhouse onto the tables so we can kind of get the plants acclimated for a few days, and then we'll get them in the ground. Y'all, I'm so excited. I cannot even tell you how excited this makes me. I have been itching to get stuff in the ground, but these unusually late frosts that we've been having, it's just killing us, man. So I'm ready. First load going to the greenhouse. Some of these have stayed in a little longer than I wanted them to, or had, they need to be, but we really didn't have a choice. So even though I did put heat on the greenhouse, I just wasn't sure how it would hold. It actually did really well. So maybe next time I'll just put them straight in the greenhouse. It's a beautiful day here. After all that cold freeze we had this morning. I think we're supposed to be up in the upper 70s today. Got to get the dahlias uncovered. See how they did. Crazy thing is I have cosmos blooming already, and it did not even phase them. Morning, Maggie.
Good morning.
And tell us what you're up to today.
I am collecting all of the dead leaves from last fall. Moving them over to the veggie garden.
Yay!
Getting ready to incorporate them.
So that's going to use that for kind of mulch to help us retain moisture in that sandy soil down there.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Okay, here we are. Let's get these babies put in there on those tables. These guys are going to absolutely love the warmth and the light in here. So in case you're wondering, this greenhouse is 50 by 35. I think it's 35 wide, 50 long, and I think it's like 14 or 15 tall, maybe 16, I can't remember. I have it covered in a white plastic, and it gives it like 50% shade. So I can put the sides up in the warm season, but use the top as shade. So I find that it's really worked out great. Got a new thermometer, and that's what we're reading right now. So it's nice and toasty in here this morning and chilly outside. Like I said, it was 26 this morning, and let's see, we are it's 57 outside right now. So, and I don't even have the heat running in here right now. It's just the sun warming it up. And all these dahlias are waiting to go out in the field. And you can see these guys never germinated. Those are, I guess, old seed that I had from some yarrow like 3 years ago, and not any one of them germinated, but that's okay. I was just gonna fill in some spots in the garden. I've got plenty of yarrow. I just don't like naked spots. Wasted space. I don't know if you've noticed or not, as I've been carrying all of these little transplants out, that we expanded the barn. We took that wall out and we have a new workspace back here. Not quite finished with it yet, as you can see, but it's kind of opened up this whole new area. So our checkout counter will go here now, and it gives us all this room for merchandise or parties or events or whatever. So, but something I did notice, this has been an issue. We did not build this barn. It was here on the property, and this is actually a shut-off valve to our water that goes to the barn. And look, it's leaking. So somehow, maybe the other day when we were running through here with the tractor, we broke that. This has happened before. We broke that off. So I think now would be a great time to relocate this shut-off valve away from the literal front door here, because I'm always worried somebody's going to trip on it. We have to keep it covered. So the plan is to move. There's a water spigot right in there. Crazy, I know, inside. I've got to cut that off, disconnect it here, and I would like to run a new water line underground and go into the new workroom, because I'm having a 10-foot countertop with a sink that's going on that wall. So, no time like the present, right? I just called Hank and said, uh-oh, we've got an issue. We've got a leak. I just noticed it. So, there's always something. Okay. I've got most everything moved in here that needed to be moved. So now I'll get them watered in good, because some of them are a little dry. But I think that they will like it better in here than in the grow room with the artificial lights. And it's warm, and these are all tender annuals anyway, so most of them. All right, we've got the fans going, and we are holding steady about 85 degrees. So remember that water leak I told you about? This is what's happening. We are having to dig it up and replace the water line. So, you never know what's going to happen when you wake up, right? Had lots of plans to plant today. We're having to replace water lines. That's okay. The backhoe came in handy. No digging by hand. So like I had said earlier, now would be a good time for us to extend this water line on down here and get that clean out, moved out of the doorway. So that is actually what he's doing right now. Get over here and get a better shot of it. So right now we're just trying to get far enough back where we can do a 45 instead of a 90. That's probably good right there. We can get the rest of it with the shovel. Just don't go all the way deep. Okay. Now take a scoop of it out off the top. We're just trying not to bust. bust the line if possible. He can't hear me, and I'm sitting here yelling all these instructions. Yeah, we'll just dig the rest of that by hand. Hey, Mama. Are you coming to check it out? What are we doing? Isn't this your favorite thing to do, babe?
How many times have we repaired this pipe?
Hey, we're doing the right thing, though, by getting it moved. So we back up here with the truck to unload stuff, load stuff, whatever. I think we actually had the tractor up here, and we always forget that it's down there. Like I said, we didn't install it. It was already here. And there is the spigot inside here coming up out of the concrete floor. So we're going to do away with that and cut that off and just move it down and put the spigot in the flower bed and then run the water line inside the building down there. And then we won't have to worry about running over the shutoff valve. And I think we're going to bury it a little deeper this time. What do you think?
You buddy.
I mean, look at that trench. Oh. Good job, babe.
All right, now we need to cut the main water supply off because we're going to cut on the supply side of that cutoff valve.
Alrighty. So in case you're wondering, that pipe that he was,
This?
yeah, that is nothing. That's just an old line that the guy had, the previous owner had like electrical wire run through it or something, but we've done away with all that, so it's nothing now. You can see it just ends over here.
All right, let me go cut that off.
Our sweet mama kitty, you come to help. Hey baby, what are we doing? Okay, we've got most of the pipe laid. Now we're going to relocate the shutoff valve into this flower bed. Then we can come off of the shutoff valve and have a spigot and then run into the building. Look at him over there working so hard. I'm supervising. I'm not the only one supervising. All right, got us a cutoff valve, and for now we just plug the end of it there until we can get the spigot and all that good stuff. So now we just got to cover all this back up. All right, we're gonna move the 574 out. We're gonna bring my little tractor in so he can finesse this dirt a little bit easier with the smaller bucket and get this ditch filled back in.
everybody gets a turn. She lost her shoe. I'll get that with the shovel. I'll get that with the shovel.
So now it's just a matter of dressing up close with the shovel. Then I can fix my flower bed back, get all the dead stuff from the winter out, replant it, and then we'll be ready to put the new spigot in.
Looks good, babe.
Yep. Good fix, babe. Good fix. Just never know what you're going to wake up to, do you?
I know, it stinks, don't it?
Yes. I had big plans today in the greenhouse to get stuff planted, and I happened to look down when I was making trips and saw that thing bubbling up with water, and I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Y'all remember that? Or y'all...
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. I think we're just going to clean this up and call it a day. Thanks for watching, and remember, bloom where you're planted.